there's an exciting new program in the city of Peoria. It's called Peoria Corps, and with us today to tell us about it is Jamila Wilson, who is the program director. We couldn't choose any better than that, could we? Basically, what is Peoria Corps?
Of course. Peoria Corps is a pre-apprenticeship leadership development program for young people in Peoria to help shore up their skills and soft skills, professional development skills, but most importantly around leadership development skills. And we also provide them an opportunity to earn an industry recognized credential in green infrastructure.
Now, when I think about an apprenticeship, I think about being an apprentice plumber or carpenter, but this is much broader than that, isn't it?
Definitely. So our previous administration, the Obama administration, had put a lot of resources and emphasis on expanding sort of the access to apprenticeships, and our current administration has found great value in that, and the state of Illinois has been investing in that as well. So we're finding apprenticeship models in healthcare and information technology, and the city is seeing great value in doing it around green industries.
That is very interesting, and it's good to hear that we're doing this. Now, you're attached to City Hall. What department do you work under at City Hall?
We're out of Public Works.
Public Works.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your office would be in City Hall? Oh, no, it isn't. It's someplace else, isn't it?
Well, we were previously down at Dries Lane at the main office of Public Works, but we have been able to utilize some of the buildings that the city owns in the warehouse district and be able to outfit it for our new program. So we're actually located down in the warehouse district at 813 Southwest Washington Street, right across the street from Builders Warehouse.
Oh, I know exactly
with that
where
red
that
awning.
is. Yes. Now, I'm presuming, since you're operating out of City Works and City Hall, that this is a taxpayer-supported business. So I'm John Q. taxpayer. What do I get out of this?
Oh, you get to invest in the future. This is a program that I find great value in. We're taking young people who we have identified, they're between the ages.
Yeah, I wanted to know what the ages were.
Yeah, they're between the ages of 18 to 24. And they're identified as opportunity youth. So what that means is these are young people who are not currently in school, or they're not
graduated from high school.
Graduated from high school, or would have obtained their GED. They're not currently working, but they are desiring to improve their access to employment, improve their marketability as a as a worker in our city. And so what we see as the investment that the taxpayers are making into this program is investing in its young people, acknowledging that they are all quite capable, but they may have experienced a number of barriers. And so being able
They
to
need guidance.
Exactly, and being able to
That's part
provide
of your job, isn't it?
Yes, sir, most definitely. Being able to provide them sort of an incubation space to be able to hone those skills, practice them, so those soft skills of arriving on time, of eye contact, communication, working in a team.
So you're teaching them these skills?
Yes, we're putting these skills into practice in a very experiential way.
Do you have a faculty that does this?
Well, we do have a staff. We have a very competent staff. Darren Graves, who is our crew supervisor, he has a master's degree in landscape.
Graves is the last name?
Yes.
Not related at all to George Graves.
But of course.
George Graves, I've known forever. Wonderful band leader at Manual, very talented man.
Exactly, and has produced a phenomenal son who works with our young people.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
Obviously, his son would be a musician.
Right.
He probably plays in the Peoria Municipal Band.
He is very active in a number of different jazz bands, but in addition to that, he has been a phenomenal model and support for our young people, really showing in a very one-on-one one-on-one basis what that level of professionalism looks like. And it doesn't matter what your work is. There's a level of professionalism that exists in all of our work. But we also have on staff a case manager, but I often like to describe her as a life coach. She works very intimately with them on a weekly basis, being able to identify what their goals are, what if school or if work is an area that they want to pursue more of. And then if they're navigating challenges and obstacles, she's been a phenomenal resource in being able to attach them to those resources that exist in Peoria. What I've found, Peoria is a phenomenally altruistic city. People are so willing to help and be able to contribute.
It's my hometown. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, it is definitely rich in that giving spirit. And so this fits just perfectly within that sort of, ideology that is Peoria, and being able to invest back into these young people and realizing that they have phenomenal abilities and they're capable. They just need a little bit more support. And in addition to those skill competencies that we're building, we're also providing them an opportunity to gain a credential in green infrastructure. So green infrastructure ideally is using vegetation, trees, native plants, rain gardens, bioswales to be able to infiltrate the water when we have large storms and big rains and even snowfall, be able to infiltrate that water so that it's not impacting the sewer system. So we have that combined sewer system.
Well, in a way, you're also landscaping the city and making it more attractive. This is really cool.
It is, and one of the things we found, it's not been a formal study, but informally what we've seen is that from the pilot project that Public Works did down on Adams Street between Pecan and Persimmon, where they added in green infrastructure practice, there's been an influx of business and even residential spaces. And
because it's attractive.
Exactly. And people love to have those types of amenities in their community, and it brings people back into the core area of our city. So there are multiple opportunities. I like to say we're feeding multiple birds with one seed with this program.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yes.
I want you to fill up my bird feeder.
Oh, very good.
Now, all right. Now, right now, there's a young person who's been listening to us and is saying, boy, this sounds like this might be something for me. So how do they apply for this program? How do they do this?
So we're actually in the process of recruiting our second cohort. So we usually take 10 young people through a 6-month work experience.
10 at a time?
10 at a time. So that's where we get that one-on-one attention and being able to really invest into their development. And we're looking at bringing on our second cohort at the end of May. But right now, we are recruiting young people to be a part of this next cohort. So Peoria Corps is a part of AmeriCorps, and this is the domestic peace corps that President Clinton, established in the 90s.
Those are marvelous programs.
Yes, and I am an alum of an AmeriCorps program, so that makes it even more exciting to be a part of this here in Peoria. But as a part of an AmeriCorps program, they commit to doing 900 hours of service, which comes out to about 6 months. And at the end of that, they earn an education award that they can use for school. So it can go to a community college, a 4-year college, even trade and vocational school.
All right. Now there are, of course, going to be Peorians who are listening to this or will be hearing about it, and they're saying, I'd like to help those folks. This is great. This is the kind of thing we need here. How do Peorians support what you're doing?
Very good. I think by spreading the word and understanding that as we redevelop our city, as we invest back into our city, there are lots of opportunities for residents to become involved. One, you can share with young people about this program. This can be an excellent way to learn about some of the new projects coming on with green infrastructure. So as we have this new sort of construction and development with like the MacArthur Bridge and out on Northmore and various constructions that's happening in the city, they'll understand more about its long-term investment. That it may be a slight inconvenience, but there's a great level of investment that's being made into our city, not just
You
in
have
the
to look at the
infrastructure.
big picture,
Exactly.
as people say.
Yes. So not just the infrastructure, but the investment in our young people. I've recently been doing a little research and finding out. So I'm going on the Census Bureau and found out that the median age for a Peorian is 34.
Oh, that's young
That's very young. That's a
Especially
millennial.
for me.
We have much to
34.
learn. 34 is the median age of a Peorian. So we are a millennial city. We're a city of young people that are ready to take on the reins and invest back into what makes this city so great. So this is very exciting.
Well, let me mention, folks, that if you're interested in participating or supporting, the telephone number for this organization, which is wonderful, is area code 309-494-8844. And they're on the city website under peoriagov.org. Look under Public Works and support the wonderful things that they're doing.